going through anxiety and depression, for example. Oh, I was manifesting the life that I didn't want. I was manifesting. It snowballed because my Raz was telling me what was important. And what was important every day, I was affirming, I was visualizing, my life is terrible. How am I going to get out of this? There's no way I can get out of this. This is my life forever. Oh, I was still affirming, visualizing, and doing all the things that the Raz wanted, but in a negative way. So I want you to really understand this. I want to use another example as well. So they did this study. I can't remember because obviously I learn so much when it comes to the brain. I forget where I depict this information from, but there was a study that was done, and it was to highlight the Raz. Hello there, beautiful souls. So this one is being recorded real time today, and I'm pleased to say that the sun is shining. So all is good in Jen's world, and I hope it's good in your world too. So this is part 2, talking about the reticular activating system. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you in the next one. The reticular activating system within the brain, and it was a study where people were a makeup artist drew a scar on their head, and they wanted to and they asked these people with the scar on their head to talk to somebody, have a conversation, and to see how much they thought this drawn on scar was making an impact to the conversation that they were having with a stranger, or interacting with someone. And what they did this to highlight exactly how the Raz prioritizes things when you set it to prioritize it. So they told the participants of this study to then come back over. They just wanted to touch up the scar. And what they did is they took the scar away, they blotted it away, so there was no longer anything there at all. And so, but they wanted to highlight how people thought that the people that they were talking to, that was a factor, the scar on their head, right? And near enough everybody in the study came back and reported that the people that they were talking to were visually staring at the scar, and this scar made an impact on the conversation, yet there was nothing on their head. So it's a really interesting way to look at the human brain. What you see, what your brain's telling you is there, will be there. Okay, and that's as simple as it is. So why not say good things? Why not say all men, because I use this example, all men treat me with love and respect, because that's how I see myself. And that is what your brain will start showing, right? Another example is, we all know this. When you're driving, because I may as well just keep the car analogy. So when you're driving in the car, we know that everybody's got a different driving style. I'm a little bit of a girl racer, to be honest with you. I haven't got a lot of patience. I'm kind of like, I want to get to my destination, and I don't really like to mess about in my car. So to a certain degree, I've looked. Oh, that was my stomach. You're gonna hear that. I've looked at drivers as annoyance for a good many years. Like, what are you doing? Why would you do that? I've got no real patience, which I understand, because of obviously understanding the brain. I have these better conversations within my brain now to say, you know, you don't need to do that, because you know that if that's what you're seeing, you're going to see more of that. And then you'll get the, you know, other people who you know, I've done this, I don't know whether anybody else has, and comment below, and please, you know, add to this if you've done this. I've kind of like, I've been so wound up at certain points in my car behind someone who's like a Sunday driver, right? I'd always, you know, this is what I'd say, bloody Sunday driver. And then you would overtake, because I couldn't wait to overtake, right? And I would look at the driver who was driving the car, and they would be so oblivious. They couldn't care less with my exasperated nature, what I was doing. They were just focused in their own little world. And probably what they were affirming in their brain was, I'm chilled on the road. Everybody's nice and chilled, and not really paying attention to my craziness of, oh, what you doing, you Sunday driver, get off the road. You know, their brain is so geared towards being chilled, relaxed, seeing the best in drivers, you know, seeing the best in the world, whatever. I'm not saying that's every driver is a Sunday driver, but do you understand what I mean? It's our perspective. It all comes down to what we think is a priority. And we can reprogram this at any point. Like in the last video, I explained that I had something that would have triggered me previously, because I told a story that, you know, I'm so reliant on the way people view me, the way, you know, I don't want anybody to see me negative. I don't want the people or a person to view me that way, you know. But now I'll say, but that's okay, because I know who I am. I know what I'm about. I know how I'm trying to be the best version of me. So if they don't see it, then okay, that's not gonna change my journey. Whereas previously, that would have absolutely, I felt, destroyed me. Oh, I can't have them thinking that, and I can't have them thinking this, and why would they think that? And they've got all that, they've got their wires crossed. No. You've got to retrain the way you view yourself. My RAS is totally being retrained now, and I'm becoming a new version of myself, a more positive version, the version that is going to propel me into the alignment with my goals and my dreams, you know, to help as many people as I can, to see abundance, to have fun, love, prosperity within my life. That's what I want. So again, I'll come back to the fact that you can have whatever you want in your life. It's just about your priorities, and your priorities haven't got to be my priorities, because it's your priorities. But I can't help but emphasize, to do this, we have to take our mind out of victim mentality. They're doing it to me. They're taking away my power. That they are doing this because of what they're. It's not about anybody else. It's about you and your response and what you want, and you can change it. Because if you change your view on how you look at situations, you will see the other person who you maybe perceive as treating you not very nice. You can see them in another light. Oh, I actually can see now that I took it as a negative, but it's not a negative. They were doing this for the right reasons, for the reasons for them, and I've been living in victim mentality. You know, I've had to take responsibility for that. But until you do that and say, I'm no one's victim, I am not going to beat myself up and tell myself a negative story because of what other people are doing outside of me. You know, I think there was another point. I've just put some notes here, but I just wanted to get all of this in to this one. I think I kind of have, really. Yeah, I think I've really just talked about everything that I wanted to. But we have a choice, guys. We have a choice, and like I say, every day we're not going to be perfect. It's a process. It's a process that I've been going on, and we're not going to get up. We're not going to make a decision that we're going to transform our life and then get up tomorrow and it be handed to us on a plate. It does, just like thinking negative, it's the persistence in changing that. And it's going to feel like you're lying, you know, that is the way it's going to feel. And then as you go on this journey, you take that on as your identity. And once you've taken those things, oh my stomach. And once you've taken those things on as your identity, that is when inspired action is going to come in. That is when things really start taking a beautiful turn and a chain of events where you can start really seeing the life that you're moving into. So I hope I've made things clear, but if I haven't, and if there's anything that you want to ask me, please reach out. I'm here, I'm on hand, and please subscribe, click the little bell icon so when I upload videos they come straight to you. And thank you for coming back and listening once more, and I hope you have a blessed day, and I will see you in the next one.